It's the Scotty Ray Report, reliable, fast, and true. Headlines, weather, local news, he brings it all to you. From the courthouse to the back roads, he don't miss a thing. Traffic storms, communities, on top of everything. Bringing you the news you need at home or on your drive. Listen in, it's Scotty Ray time.
And off to the races we go. Good morning. It is Thursday, believe it or not.
Yeah, Friday Eve, the weekend's coming. How many of the gang going to be here tomorrow?
Everybody's supposed to show up.
Everybody be here tomorrow.
Julia is still in town. She hasn't jumped ship. Greg's in town. And I just thought of that when you said it. You know what today is?
Thursday.
Right, but today marks our 6th anniversary of being on the air here. And it totally slipped my mind. This is 6 years to the date that we started this show. And folks, it has flown.
And I've been here for what, 3 of them?
Yeah. I had. I remember when somewhere, and we'll show it tomorrow. I'll go back and dig it up. That first broadcast. That's when I was recovering from that heart attack, and I was kind of weavering there. That was a tough time.
You know, it wasn't hard for me to make the decision when you said, "Hey, you want to come do this?" I said, "Might as well." I mean, the show destroyed my mornings anyway. When you come on, and I woke up and I had no more Raymond Burr on there with Ironside.
Yeah.
Just took over my whole spot.
TV was your day.
Yeah, it was the start of it. I woke up and there it comes, and all of a sudden here comes the Scotty Ray.
But we want to say thank you to each and every one of you that invite us into your homes every day and enjoy the show. We appreciate that so much. Our special guest this morning, we don't need to hide him anymore. Judge Markham, how in the world are you doing?
I'm great, man. Good morning. Good morning. How are y'all?
Fine, boy. Look at that suit you. I can't get dressed that good this early.
Man,
I feel bad.
It was early, and it was one of the first blazers I grabbed to get here.
My closet works as what shirt's next is how I choose what I'm going to wear for the day.
I'm like that, believe it or not. I promise you.
You've got a lot going on. Let me show this for everybody that's out there. This is coming up, Amnesty Day, and it is today. Tell us more about what really goes on with this.
Yes, sir. So this is the third Amnesty Day that we've done since I've been the judge for the city. We did one in 2022 and 2023 as it relates to just fines only, getting people back on track in their payment plans.
Right.
This one is comprehensive. So it's a warrant amnesty day. If you have outstanding warrants you hadn't been served with, you can walk in today, be served with those warrants, walk out with a court date. You don't have to call a bondsman. It doesn't require any money. You walk in.
That's good, isn't it?
Yes, sir. You walk in and see if there's a misdemeanor affidavit warrant where somebody charged you. You walk in and get the affidavit. If it's a failure to appear or a contempt of court or something financial based, you can walk in, get served with that, and you get a review date to come back and your payment plan reset. I'm very flexible on payment plans and making sure people are more or less consistent with making their payments to the city. Some people need a little bit more time.
Correct.
Times are hard. So I try to make sure that we have an understanding, and as long as you're checking in and paying, then we're on good terms. So today is an opportunity to, if you have an outstanding misdemeanor warrant, get that served and get set up with a court date, update your information with the court. If you're behind on your payment plan and you know there might be a contempt warrant out there for that or a show cause warrant, you can come in and reset your payment plan current as of today. We'll also have some things like our community service team. For those who know and follow us, we have a team that goes out, cleans up areas of the city. We volunteer with Salvation Army, partner with the ACEs, downtown, clean Dumont, clean historic 5th Street, a lot of different projects. So you'll be able to sign up for that. I have a bridge program with Meridian Community College where we can suspend your fines and let you go to school. We've turned out some diesel mechanics and cosmetologists and truck drivers.
And it is a point to where, you get a ticket, and if you hadn't got the money, you hadn't got the money.
You don't have it.
But a way to work it off and take care of it and do something for the community.
Absolutely. The Mississippi law, as it relates to municipal judges, allows you to have some flexibility on how you administer justice. And we are one of the top 10 courts in the nation as identified by the United States Department of Justice as to how we handle alternative sentencing, things that are other than jail or fines. So if you don't have the money and you want to volunteer to Salvation Army with our crew and work that fine out that way, let's do it. If you want to clean some flower beds, let's do it. If you want to volunteer for a downtown event, we can do that.
Giving them an extra way to pay their fine without having to go into their pocket, because a lot of people live dollar to dollar.
Absolutely.
Check to check it is. And
they know that, hey, I may not have the money to do this.
Absolutely.
And get scared and say, well, I'm just not going to go to court because I can't pay.
Absolutely.
And this is a way for them to say, hey, I'm going to go in and do this and not have to go ahead and get a pair of silver handcuffs right off.
Yeah, and it's a win-win for the city of Meridian, because you have people who say, hey, I don't want to volunteer. I just want to get the ticket out of the way. I'll walk in and pay it and take care of it. But you got other people who say, I don't have the money, and if me contributing to the city of Meridian is through volunteer work or community service to work this off as opposed to paying a fine, I'm willing to do that as well.
Now, let me ask this. Now, like a misdemeanor, that can mean, like you could have several parking tickets that have piled up over the year and fall under a misdemeanor under that. Could it not fall that way?
Parking tickets, parking tickets, I have a walk-in policy on that, man. I look at, and let me tell you, I look at parking tickets differently because, when I grew up, downtown wasn't what it was today.
Yeah.
It's completely
It's different.
And so if somebody's getting a parking ticket for being downtown too long in a parking space, that means they're spending money. And the tickets are usually just $10. So, I mean, I'm not telling you I forgive them, but
you might help somebody out.
Come talk to me. That's
reasonable fee for being downtown. I look at that.
He's saying just come talk to me about it.
Y'all work with me here. The guy, isn't he gone, the guy that used to walk around with the chalk? He's no longer.
Yeah, but he retired.
He did. He's a great guy. But somebody is still doing them because they're coming in.
They are. Okay.
And when you have these big conventions or these teacher conclaves down at the Riley Center, you'll have some of these teachers who walk in and say, I just got a ticket. I was parked down near MSU Riley Center, and this is what I was here for. And that's good, because if they're here for a teaching convention or whatever the Riley Center is hosting that day, they left for lunch and they went to Weidman's or Harvest Grill. They spent money downtown. They went to 3 Foot, ate at the Boxcar, went up to the rooftop, or ate down at 601. They did something and spent some money downtown. So things like that.
I get you on that.
Yeah, it's a mitigating circumstance.
We don't want people from out of town saying, I'm not going to that conference. Well, they'll give you a ticket in a heartbeat.
You remember last week when the only time I ever went to Los Angeles, California, somehow or another I parked and my tire was in less than 6 inches of the curb. I got a ticket for my tire not being 6 inches close to the curb, and it was like $180 for that.
Yeah.
They serious out there.
That's why you hadn't been back. Maybe they need an amnesty day.
And they probably do it, man. They believe in towing out there, though.
Yeah, they do.
They believe in that.
They will get your stuff.
California and Florida.
Tire lock,
California and Florida, they'll put the lock on you quick and get you out of there.
New Jersey's the same way. They got that TV show.
Is this going to be at the Meridian Police Department, the courtroom? Where do we go to get this handled?
Yes, sir. So it's going to be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. today. You'll be able to walk in the lobby at MPD, and we'll have a quick form for you to fill out. And it'll say, hey, my name is, and this is my identifying information, and I need to. And it'll either be, I need to check and see if I have a warrant. I need to reset my payment plan. We're going to have Mississippi United to End Homelessness. So if people who are looking for housing need to apply, they can apply on the spot.
Oh, wow.
We'll have a representative from Weems Community Mental Health Center there, because we have an in-house kind of clinic with no copay where people can walk in who have a history with Weems, get back compliant with their meds, get back compliant with their appointments or their counseling. They'll be able to see Weems. They'll be able to sign up for MCC. Care Lodge will be there today. They'll have a representative if there's somebody who has a loved one who needs some help.
That's a very serious little group that helps people.
Yeah. And the thing that I'm most proud of that we offer on our normal court days is the ability to walk in and get back in TAME. Jeremy Metter is a really good friend of mine, and his TAME program is one of the requirements for several different offenses, whether it's a DUI non-adjudication or a straight DUI or possession of marijuana, possession of controlled substance, whatever it is. So Jeremy will be there to help people re-enroll in his class if they missed that first wave. And then another thing I'm proud of, for those who've ever had a DUI, one of the requirements is MASAP. You have to take a 4-class program. Usually now we're hosting it at MPD, but you have to take a 4-class program in order to get your license cleared and so you can get it reinstated. We'll be putting people back in the MASAP class, no questions asked, on the spot today if you missed that class. So I'll be there kind of floating around to sign an order to put them back in class throughout the entirety of the day. So it's just going to be a lot of different things. I'm kind of like y'all. I'm in the community. So, you see people who at the grocery store or wherever, and they'll say, "Hey, Judge, I really need to see you. This is the best day to check in. Come in, check in, and see me, and let's get you back on track."
More coming up with the judge in just a moment here at the Scotty Ray Report. Next, we're going to tell you about an incident that happened yesterday involving a child. We'll tell you all about that in just a moment. Scotty Ray Report.
Yeah, our system went out at the worst possible time, so we called environment masters, and the technician came out pretty quickly, did a lot of troubleshooting. He explained to me what the issue was, and it turned out it was an easy fix, and had us up pretty quickly.
Our technicians don't just pass a test and then go to work. We have continuous on-site training both on equipment and customer care. Our senior technicians each have decades of experience and are always available. There's literally nothing that our team hasn't seen, so you can trust we know what we're doing. That's hassle-free plumbing and AC.
Spring is here, grass is growing, and your mower? Yeah, it's still not ready. Don't fight it another season. Head to Paris Tractor for our Kubota zero-turn spring deals. Right now, you can get into a new Kubota zero-turn Z232 KW42 mower for just $5,299 or as low as $125 a month. More than a tractor store.
Welcome back. As we get this morning going, we had a situation yesterday afternoon that could have been horrible, but it ended up in the worst of a situation to be good because we found out the child was okay. We go to Arthur Street, the 4500 block, as you'll see the police car blocked here. And let me go to this next picture. A car was involved that struck a child. And and this part is assuming, as I got there, the child had already been taken to the hospital in a car. They scooped him up, took him to the hospital, and he's going to be okay. That is the news that we can tell you out of that ended up good. But an incident, the child could have darted out in front of the car. We're not 100% sure how the incident happened, but at the end of the day, they're going to be okay, and that's all that matters. So if you were going down the road and all the police were screaming by you, that's why. I was coming down 24th when I had two pass me, and I said, "Uh-oh." Fire department took off, and I knew it was serious, and I followed over there. Now, another serious matter that is going on just north of here as we get into Winston County. There's a sexual assault charge. Now, there's no names that have been released in this. As we pull this up and get into this story, this would happen allegedly after 6 p.m. after school was closed, but an event was going on at the school. A 12-year-old female basically was assaulted and raped. They have made an arrest.
Wow.
They have not, and again, both their juveniles are not going to release the names of this, but all of this in the same breath, I want y'all to pray for this, because this child will never be the same. Ever again. It doesn't matter what happens there. Bond was set at $450,000 on this case. As we learn more, and if, let me put the word if, information is released on this, we'll give you more. With it being juveniles, we may not get much on it.
Yeah.
And you've seen
Prayers
stuff.
for both.
Yes, it's a situation. Louisville is where all that happened. So we keep them in our thoughts and prayers. Now, another thing that went on yesterday, boy, I want to say I bumped into you here, Odie.
Yeah, it was like it was nonstop.
We had and there's no way that you didn't know that you hit this. It'd be hard to not know. I know it's a log. It was allegedly a log truck bumped this car and kept going. Wow. But I mean, that ate the rear end out of that car.
Yeah, and then she hit on the other side. She's got a little bit of damage too. Lord, what am I doing?
You're right in the middle of the road there, Odie.
That's not a smart place to be.
I was peeking around the patrol car. as we have the volunteer fire department, Mississippi Highway Patrol on scene there. And again, this could have been bad. To my knowledge, no one was arrested, and they went on. There is.
Well, we didn't have nobody to arrest. They wasn't there.
And I guess a big truck, maybe you can't see or didn't see it, and it was a tap.
But it's
maybe.
like Amnesty Day. Guess what we do have? We got pictures of your truck as it was traveling down Highway 19. So here's your amnesty time. Go down there and say, "Hey, man, it might have been me."
Don't do it. Don't let Otis set you up like that.
Now the attorney can come out.
Don't let Otis set you up like that.
Judge, let me ask this: how long have you been an attorney? How many years has it been?
15 years.
Flies, doesn't it?
Man,
Wow.
I graduated from law school in 2010, and passed the bar February of. Took the bar first time February 2011, and found out I passed April of 11. So
Talk about a relief,
huh?
That was
man, it's stressful. Well, listen, let me add to that. I clerked while I was studying for the bar for Bill Reedy Sr.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And that was an experience. Very brilliant attorney.
Did you ever have the urge to wear a bolo?
I didn't have the urge to wear a bolo, but he was a tremendous attorney, and he did everything manually because he really didn't like computers.
Yeah.
And he taught me. He was very strong. It made me very strong to handle things manually, so I can pull a book or look it up online. It's whatever. But I cherish that experience, and so when I was studying for the bar exam, I had the opportunity to work for him. And actually, the first year I was a lawyer, I worked for him. So
well, let me ask this, because each attorney has got their specialty that they specialize. What's your specialty?
I'm general practice.
General practice.
Yeah, I'm general practice. So my private practice gears mostly towards domestic relations, divorce, custody, visitation, child support. I handle misdemeanor and felony criminal stuff to the extent it doesn't conflict with my judgeship. And I also represent some boards and commissions.
Right.
And some other businesses through my private practice. But a law degree is I try to explain to people, younger people, a law degree is very versatile. So, one day you're in court for handling a child custody case. The next day you're on the bench as a judge handling something for the city of Meridian. The day after that, you're in front of either Judge Wright or Judge Bailey handling a felony criminal issue that originated out of Lauderdale County. And then the day after that, you're arguing in circuit court in front of either Judge Bailey or Judge Wright on a civil issue.
Right.
I serve as public defender for Lauderdale County. I've done that for 11 years.
I didn't know you did that.
Yes, sir. The Justice Court. So
And an attorney for the town of Meridian.
Several places. So,
and I'm talking about town of Meridian. I want to say a big thank you to you, because I came to the town of Meridian and brought Climavision with me, and I said, "Hey, we've got something we want to talk to y'all about." And you were very instrumental on helping get the weather radar on top of a tower out there. And a lot of people didn't realize that you, as the attorney, made sure that all that happened. And from the Lima side, I want to say thank you.
Well, thank you for that. Thank Mayor Gill. Mayor Gill
And Mayor was on there,
Mayor
boy.
Gill, like every project that Meridian takes on, is front and center in the lead, and he kind of creates that dynamic and that environment that you just don't take no as an answer. We got to figure out how to do it. And so I've been able to represent Meridian since 2021. I have great respect for him. We have a really good working relationship, and I enjoy what I do. I enjoy what I do with him and the Board of Aldermen.
Well, Mayor, when I
hear
went
something
to
about some Quick Creek getting mixed up with some sidewalks.
something, I mean, everything's
Hey, look,
coming.
they've gotten. I think we've gotten $2 million within the last month from the federal government. We've got $902,000 for sidewalks. I think through the state of Mississippi.
Big change coming to that four-way stop.
Yeah, the Meridian Town Hall project will be starting soon. So the new town hall. So he's a catalyst, man.
I'm gonna tell you, come up to Meridian at night now. It is so lit up. Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah, and a beautiful sign out there, welcome sign, and
I ain't seen that.
I said, Mayor, I got this project talking about that radar, and I said, I want to talk to you about it. And he looked at it and he goes, "Okay, tonight you're coming with me, and we're going in front of the council." I was like, "Tonight?" And he's, "Well, yeah."
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
And it went good.
And I mean, he is right there with it, working, and it was good working with him.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Now, as we go back, I know that you've got to be down in just a little bit. Let's go back over again, a rundown if somebody's watching. Maybe they can call a friend and wake them up and go, hey, today is the day that you need to do this. So let's go back over what they need to do and where they need to come to and the times that y'all will be there.
Sure. Warrant Amnesty Day at the City of Meridian. It starts at 8 o'clock this morning, goes to 5 o'clock this afternoon. You'll be able to walk in. If you have an outstanding misdemeanor warrant, if you fail to show up to court, any of those things, you didn't pay your fine on time, you didn't come back for a review day. We have 4 review days a year. You can come in and get served with a warrant if you have an outstanding warrant and get a court date. No bondsman needed, no money needed. Walk in, walk out. Walk in, get processed, and walked out. But I mean, that's maybe 5 or 10 minutes. We have great officers who are going to be doing that.
Let me show you this, and I'm going to let you answer this because somebody made this post right here. She says, "Is this a trap?"
No,
no way.
No. I back in 2021 when I was appointed and confirmed, one of the things I presented to the city council then was the number of things that we're not doing here in Meridian, Lauderdale County area that other places are doing. And so I took some domestic violence policies from Nevada, who has a whole division for battered women. I took some ideas from California and from New York. I took the night court idea from New York and New Jersey and how well they do it there. I looked at other states and kind of brought that to Meridian to try to figure out how we could make it better and easier for some of our citizens to comply. And if you give people the reasonable opportunity to comply, they'll do it. But today is all about that. If you hadn't complied, you hadn't done what you're supposed to do, you hadn't paid like you were supposed to pay, come in, let's get you back on track, see somebody to get you back on track, and let's make sure you're successful.
We're looking forward to it, and we can't think. We need you to come, and I mean this. We want to extend an invitation for you to come back sometime. Awesome. There's so many topics we could discuss with you that people sit back and they go, I wonder why this is. And well, you've sat up on the bench. You know these answers and can put it in layman's terms.
Scotty Ray has been in there with me. Scotty Ray watches me lose my hair.
Well, talking about losing your hair, you had somebody that kind of helped keep everything to a perspective, and she run off and retired on you, and she said hello this morning. And Michelle, have you found anybody to replace her yet?
They have somebody there, and she's working. She's trying to learn the job. Michelle was a tremendous presence. She was there. I think 26 years.
Yeah. That's a long time.
Degree from Mississippi State. Very intelligent. Had great community relationships. Was able to communicate well with people.
I can see her head swelling.
And she was great. And Michelle will tell you. When I first got there, we had our growing pains and kind of had to figure things out. And after a couple of months, we were best friends because we saw it working. And so I have tremendous respect for her and Donna Foreman and some of the others who have kind of transitioned on. But I think we have a new good group as well that's going to allow us to continue the success we've had. I can't be here without thanking Mayor Bland and the city council. Me and Mayor Bland had a sit down when he first won, and when he was going through his appointments and kind of discussed what he wanted to see in city court. And, we have a history of being able to talk through whether it's good or bad.
Correct.
And agree to disagree and be respectful. And I think that was key in us kind of realigning and seeing what we need to do to help the citizens of Meridian. So I have tremendous respect for him and the city council who believes in what we do. And I just want to say, I told y'all before I went on that, this is a tremendous setup. I'm not coming to any other podcast or interview or radio station if it's not set up like this. This is a tremendously impressive.
Well, thank you.
Tremendously impressive setup, and I'm just glad to be here. So anytime y'all need me,
we'd love to have you back.
Find the time. Let's do it. Yeah, man.
Because eventually, I want before you go. This is just one of those
judge's corner.
Yeah. What is the one thing that if you are headed to court that a person should never do in front of a judge that just that irritates a judge? What should a person not do when in a courtroom? What's the number one thing?
Not turn the phone off.
Oh.
You know,
that's aggravating.
Not turn the phone off. And that's a contempt issue because the judge personally perceives it and it interferes with the court's business. And so we understand that city court and justice court are kind of the entry courts. If you ever interact with court, that's going to be the first court you see because you get a speeding ticket or something from the highway patrol or whatever. So we try to make it easy. We put signs up and make announcements to tell people, hey, turn your phones off. And so I never have a problem with it since we've done that and put the signs up. But not turning your phone off, and I think the only exception I make is for the blood sugar monitors that people have because they beat regardless. They're telling you your glucose is low, but your phone going off and being disrespectful. Everybody in that courtroom is there to help you, and if you come in, regardless of your circumstances, you're going to get a fair shot anyway. But you're going to get the grace and the court's tremendous discretion to make sure you walk out successful.
Never hurts to say yes sir, yes ma'am. Does
Absolutely, regardless of your circumstances.
So here's the next question, and this kind of leads off of kind of what you were talking about.
What's that?
So we know people have to either on their way to work or in the middle of work or whatever the case may be. Do you have a dress code?
Yes. We kind of and that's posted outside and posted in the courtroom, so you see it 2 different times before you sit down in the courtroom. My bailiff also kind of makes that announcement, and then the officers who work that lobby before they bring people in will kind of see if they pass the eye test. So if it's something, hey, Scotty Ray, you might have a shirt on that's offensive, you might go home. Judge Markham's going to be here all day. He has
You don't have any vulgar language on it.
He has an open door policy. You might want to go ahead and go home, change, and come on back. He'll see you when you come back. He'll still be here.
Cowboy hat.
Take that hat off when you come in.
So we try our best to let people know, hey, this is court. Respecting the decorum of the court.
Sheriff says, "Don't wear your pajamas to court."
Hey, absolutely, but we're in 2026, and a lot of stuff goes. But think about it. Where are pajamas acceptable?
In your bedroom.
And I grew up. I have, my grandparents, my grandmothers. Head ties, head wraps. You can't. You never saw them pass their bedroom or bathroom.
That's correct.
If they were around the house for the day, you might see it occasionally, but you didn't see them pass the bedroom or bathroom. You didn't see them pass the front door of the house. They would fight you if you made them walk outside without.
Our grandparents were dressed up and sit on the couch
without getting themselves together.
Yeah.
And so culture has changed, but you also have to have respect and you have to exercise decorum because it is a courtroom.
The only thing that I could ask for, could we get some cushions up in there? Man, them seats are so
I'll talk to the mayor about it. Look, I'll talk to the mayor and Chief Sanders and Assistant Chief Gale and Thompson about it. We'll see what we can do.
They bring your own cushion?
Yeah.
Is that?
I sat in there for about 30 minutes. You know those stadium cushions?
I was just about to say that. Yeah, I was just about to say that. That might be a good. Bring your stadium chairs.
Rent them for $5.
Judge, we certainly appreciate you coming in, and I would say have fun where you're going, but it's it gets serious down there.
It's going to be fun today.
Thank you for what you've done.
No, thank y'all.
And thank you for the partnership with MCC. Some of these guys and the women that you see, they don't have the money because they can't find a job. And partnering with MCC and giving them a future, man, that's awesome for our city.
Real quick, 10 seconds. The MCC program, one of my proudest accomplishments. I had a young lady who owed $5,000 in fines. She came for community service. She told my bailiff and told me she wanted to try to get in school. We found a way to get her in school. We held the fines off of her. She went. She was top of her class in the truck driving program, got out, got a job driving Magnolia Beverage, and now she's moved from, income-based housing to a very nice house. She's across the street from me. She's my neighbor now.
That's fantastic.
So you have people who completely transform their lives based on
with a little help.
With a little help and the grace that a courtroom can give them. So I'm proud to be able to do it, and I'm proud for y'all. I'm thankful for y'all to give me the opportunity this morning.
That's a home run there.
Yes,
I love hearing stories like that.
Yep, and we need more of that. So,
Judge
good
Markham,
deal.
thank you so much for being a part of the show this morning. On the way, we'll have the Jimmie Rodgers Foundation. They're here to tell us some things this morning.
See what we got coming up in the near future.
And we'll tell you about a tragedy that struck our community yesterday. And let me just go ahead and say this. Our hearts go out to the family of the young man who lost his life in that accident yesterday morning.
Terrible. Terrible.
Awful. And I wish and I got to meet that young man, I think it was 2 weeks ago. We were in Waffle House. Had stopped by there, and I got ready to go, and he goes, man, can I have a picture? And we took a picture together, and God bless it. Little did I know that his life would end 2 weeks later, but we'll release the name later today. We'll get that from the coroner and release that later today. Y'all keep that family
Absolutely.
in the thoughts there. We'll be right back at the Scotty Ray Report.
Something as vital as your eyes. You should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical, 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian, 601-693-6374.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
When your windshield cracks, you need someone you can trust. At Advanced Auto Glass by Joey, experience matters. We handle everything from rock chips to full replacements, even power window repair, servicing all vehicle types. Let us keep you safe and back on the road. We are local, proud to serve you with honest, reliable service. Call us today at 601-286-3405. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey, certified, trusted, local.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. I couldn't help but notice Odie on the side of the road was something that was like this.
Yeah, well, they wanted to check the undercarriage. That was a brand new trailer, and they wanted to make sure
Sometimes
that the
you can't
suspension
reach it to grease it.
Exactly, you know.
Let's go to Highway 19 here at the 45 bypass. Y'all look at this. This is a Peterbilt not having a good day.
Yeah.
And what happened was, well, it was a little heavy, and you had to be kind of cautious when taking turns. It's kind of like putting too much corn on a four-wheeler, and you can't go straight up the hill.
Yeah, you kind of end up.
Way.
You ended up under it.
Did. And there's that new trailer you were talking about.
Oh man, I tell you, that was tough.
And if I am not mistaken, this was a delivery, was it not?
This was a delivery going to Compass Data Center. So these trucks, approximately 25 a day comes in. Now, y'all see that concrete slab there?
It's thick.
I don't know, about 10, 12 foot wide, or in that case being hauled, tall, and about 75 feet long. Now, there's 10 buildings going up out there.
10?
10 buildings.
Yeah, okay. Let me do some arithmetic.
It takes 300 of those to cover the roof of one.
Wow.
Man, I'd go down to Lowe's and get me one of them concrete mixers.
So it's 300 of those concrete slabs for one building. And there's 10
somewhere this morning, there's some old boy mad because he tore up what he built.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Never
Now,
made it.
instead of just selling 3,000 of them, now they got to at least sell 3,001.
So that's what the delay was there at the 45 bypass yesterday afternoon. Jimmie Rodgers is going to be here before we know it. What in the world do y'all have going on today?
We have a great event tonight.
Tell me more.
We have brought Paul Birch all the way from Nashville, Tennessee.
And I think I owe you an apology.
Uh-oh.
I think I do. I think, was it a year or so ago, you sent me an email, and I meant to return them, and I don't think I did.
Oh, why did I write you?
I think so I'm going to go ahead and say I'm sorry.
Well, all right. Why did I write you? I don't remember.
I don't remember. It seems like you sent me an email, and I didn't answer it.
Was I trying to sell you something?
But what's the book about?
Well, the book is called Meridian Rising, and it's about Jimmie Rodgers. Woo. Put it right there.
There we go.
It's a novel about his life, really about the last few weeks of his life. Jimmie Rodgers was born in Meridian, Mississippi.
Yeah.
He's called the father of country music, but he's really the inspiration for the whole idea of the traveling singer-songwriter and the stylist. Every artist that has really been a landmark artist of the 20th century, from Howlin' Wolf to Robert Johnson to B.B. King to Merle Haggard, Bob Dylan, were all huge Jimmie Rodgers fans. Jerry Lee Lewis. They all thought of him as kind of a great stylist, somebody who could do any form of American music, really anything that he wanted to do. And so I just liked him, you know. He was an inspiration to a lot of my favorite artists, and I've been a songwriter and making records for a long time. And
he had money when people didn't have.
Well,
that's
right.
In their pocket.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
It reminds me of if y'all remember the scene from the Soggy Bottom Boys, to where the people were broke and they were going to those stores and I want a copy of that Soggy Bottom Boys record.
That's right.
And they didn't have the money, but they were coming up with a way to get those Jimmie Rodgers records.
That's right. That's right. He had that impact on people from really his first record. And so I just liked him, and I thought there might be an interesting idea to write about him, and I got lucky and managed to finish it. But he actually passed away in New York. One of his favorite, if he wasn't fishing somewhere in Meridian or in Mississippi, his other favorite place to be was Coney Island in New York City. So it's really about him going from he moved from Meridian, Mississippi to Texas for several years, and it's sort of about him winding his way to his last recording session in New York.
And truly a rags to riches type story, is it not?
Very much so. He ran away from home at the age of 10 to kind of join traveling circus and to be a professional entertainer. That was
so. Do you
dream.
think that would shape him, knowing what to do as he got older, singing to audiences and how?
I think so. I think he learned to. I think he appreciated the idea that anybody who paid a ticket was equal, whether you were a rich person or a poor person.
And that is so true.
If you paid a ticket, they were coming to be entertained, and it was your job to make them feel comfortable, just like you have to make your guests feel comfortable. And so it was his job he felt like it was his job to entertain them with what he enjoyed. Because if you enjoy something from an entertainer, if they're making you feel good about what they like, you'll probably like it too. And he was really good at that.
So where can we get the book? Elena, where do you get this at?
You can get this book tonight at the Max. Paul is coming to speak. We're going to have a book reading. We're going to have a performance. Scott Beretta is coming from Greenwood. He's a great historian and speaker himself. So you're going to get a really nice treat tonight at the Max at 6 o'clock. The book is on Amazon too. It's
bookstores.
I
and
think
Amazon.
the first thing I did was order it on Amazon. I'm like, let's order it on Amazon, and then we ordered a bunch. We have them in the museum, in our museum, and so does the Max.
So how long did it take to write the book?
It took several years of thinking about it. I was circling it for a long time. I researched a lot. I live in Nashville, and the Country Music Hall of Fame has quite a lot of Jimmie's letters and letters by people who knew him. So I wrote. The writing maybe took a year, but prior to that, there was a couple years where I was just thinking about it, thinking could I really do this, and what the idea was going to be, and reading about him and thinking about him. That's I had to let it sink in quite a bit.
Wow. A great book. And what time are we doing this tonight now?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock at the Max.
Get on down.
Any cost to get in?
No, it's a completely free community event.
Look here.
I know, isn't that nice?
Yes.
Thank you to the Max for
Thanks for having us on this morning.
Yeah, hang on. We got more coming up with that in just a second. We'll tell you more about the book and we'll ask some questions of what's in the book, what you can learn that you don't know about Jimmie Rodgers. All that's up and coming. The Scotty Ray Report.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
For over 40 years, you've been able to count on Watt Equipment in DeKalb, Mississippi. They've got your Massey Ferguson's brand new 23 up to 135 horse cab and air tractors. They've got all your hay equipment needs, all your bush hogs. If your tractor needs it, they got it. Also remember, they service all makes and models, whether it's green, orange, blue, red, or yellow. They can get your parts in, they can do your service on your equipment. Don't forget Watt Equipment, DeKalb, Mississippi.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. I would not believe this unless it had happened to me one time. It did. I picked up a guy that, you ever felt sorry for somebody? He'd had his truck quit on him, and I picked him up about Lauderdale. I'll never forget it. He needed a ride to Sugarlock. His truck had quit, so I gave him a ride home. And on my way back to Scuba, I was going along, and all of a sudden, here it come. It was big, and I saw it, and there was nowhere to go. And this turkey molested my truck.
Oh, no.
It happened yesterday in Clark County as it went through the windshield as boom.
Now that's Charlie Dennison had one flying the truck with him.
I know.
That was a brand new truck. Turkey said, I want to drive.
I hate we don't have a picture
Look at that.
Of Charlie's truck, but that did happen. It was his side window going down the road, and the turkey just
flew right into the truck.
Took off a $800 mirror, if I remember right.
But you know, that right there scares you.
That's what he was looking at inside the cab of that truck.
For the love of God, I thought turkeys could fly.
Boo-boos happen in life. A big thank you to our friends at Clark County Hot Topics for doing that. And sometimes you just can't turn around wherever you want to. That's a nice thought, but you shouldn't do it, should
Look,
you?
that area's wide.
Yeah, let's just swing the truck around.
Let's just go through there.
Well, it's still sitting there. They finally got a wrecker to come do this, and as Highway Patrol pulled up, he ain't stuck. He's just driving around in a circle. And mile marker 105 is there. You can't park there, so the police came on scene for that big event too.
So why was you turning around there, son?
It doesn't make sense. Also, an eventful afternoon there. There was lots of woo-woo lights yesterday. I mean, a heap of them. And I think you were even part of the woo-woo lights, weren't you?
Yeah. When it comes to something like this with mass people.
I would like to point out I was not at a motel. I followed blue lights. I was not at a local motel, and this just happened in front of me. Here we go.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Absolutely. 6 motel caught on fire yesterday afternoon. As you can see the smoke coming out of here. It was a washer, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it?
Washer or dryer?
One of those two there, and it had stuff going up. Police were checking rooms, telling everybody, hey, in case this gets out of hand, you might want to get out of here. Now let me speed this up and get over here to Woo Woo Light Central. Hang on, it's coming. They're still working on getting everybody out of the rooms there. Here we go. Here comes the brigade. Here's the first one. And what's that?
That's a whole line right there.
If you got passed at a red light, this is why. And this is why they get there within 3 minutes of something happening. If you will look at the clock from the time it hit, it was 1.5 minutes that they were on scene on this. And that is our fire department's on it. They're taking the shortcut around the backside. Cut them off at the pass. But 1.5 minutes, the fire department was on scene, and that makes a difference. Our guys train some more to get to locations to make sure.
And I want to say something. Is one thing that helped is the employees there at Motel 6 went in and knocked that down with a water hose. That's great. But I just err on the side of caution, because if that could have been an electrical fire.
Right.
And if that's an electrical fire and you use something like a solid stream that comes out of a hose, that could be a little dangerous. But, they went in and they actually knocked that down, and that was good. But just be careful and know what kind of fire you've got if possible.
I was standing there, and you know how something funny just runs through your mind. Rob was standing next to me there, and I was filming the fire department as they rolled in. I said, Rob, this would be an awful time to be at a place that you wasn't supposed to be at right now, and the fire department
Like
showed
the two
up.
of y'all.
It reminded me of Major League. You remember that when his wife's laying there in bed watching it, he gets on the elevator and like, whoop!
Oh, that was you.
Funny moment there behind the scenes there. Now, as we go back to Meridian Rising, Jimmie Rodgers, as we were talking during the commercial break, and again, if you're just tuning in, down at the Max tonight, book signing, we hope you'll come out. What is something about Jimmie Rodgers that someone may not know? What's unique about Jimmie that someone may not know about?
Well, there's quite a few things, but he made it as a solo singing, songwriting guitar player. So really the idea of a singer-songwriter, someone who sings his own songs and someone who comes up with really their own personality, that's really begins with him. And he had, his second record was a million seller called Blue Yodel, T for Texas.
Texas.
That's right. And even if you don't know his music, you probably know those first few lines.
Yeah.
And he became kind of a standard bearer for popular music. The idea of someone who traveled for a living, was an itinerant traveling singer, songwriter who wrote his own music and had his own style. And even if he covered a song that he didn't write, he had a way of imposing his personality on it. So the same kinds of things that we think of that Merle Haggard could do and Elvis Presley could do, Jimmie Rodgers was doing it in 1928, 1929. And he kind of became a national sensation. And he also was an inspiration for Western swing and cowboy singing. He dressed as a cowboy. He
Sure
dressed
did.
in a suit. And so he had a great impact on people who wanted to be in music and wanted to be an entertainer. And really for many generations, a Jimmie Rodgers record was the first record someone remembered hearing in their home. Sam Phillips, who started Sun Records, George Harrison of the Beatles, B.B. King, as I mentioned.
Right.
They all remember a Jimmie Rodgers record as being a record that was in their home. And if you think of music as an art form, that's a very impactful thing to have the first art in your home. A Jimmie Rodgers record.
Now, you've got family members to this day that still make money off of Jimmie's music because it is still out there and
it still
sells to this day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Meridian Rising, of course, Paul's going to be there. Are you coming down to the Max tonight?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, you couldn't stop me. I will be
Not
there.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
You'll be signing books.
I'll be
as
signing
well.
books and singing some songs, and I'll be discussing the book and the blues and Jimmie's influences with Scott Barretta, who's a wonderful Mississippi historian.
Paul, where are you from originally?
Well, I was born in Washington, D.C., but actually grew up in Northern Virginia and rural Maryland, the areas around Washington, D.C., and that's where I was in my childhood and was around a lot of music. The Washington, D.C. area, when I was growing up, had great radio stations playing everything from Jimmie Rodgers to whatever was out at the time. And my parents used to take me to the Smithsonian Institute, which had a record store. And in the basement, there was a record store that mostly sold folkways music, which was dedicated to string band music and black and white artists from the 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s. And so that's where my love of music came from.
So what is your favorite Jimmie Rodgers song? Which one is it that you...
Oh, man, that's a good one.
Men the Jail.
All the blue yodels. He was famous. When he would do these blues refrains and yodel in between the verses, which he did in just about anything. But his blues songs I really like because they're funny and he adds an element of his personality to it. He was a very funny guy. He didn't have a lot of education, but he had a natural way of being poetic and rhyming words and being creative with words. He was a very, very bright guy, very funny guy, and a very, kind of humanistic. He just had an idea that everybody was fair, or that being fair in life was the way to be, and he somehow communicated that to people, which I think is why he had such a wide audience. People from all walks of life and from all over the world really connected to him.
So I have to ask a question that I don't know the answer to, and this may be one of those duh questions. That yodeling, how on earth, where and how did yodeling start? Who come up with is Jimmie Rodgers responsible?
Well, that's a great question. No one knows where his yodel came from.
Like you hit your hand with a hammer and.
Well, like Hank Williams had a break in his voice when he sang the Lovesick Blues, but that wasn't quite a yodel. It's like a falsetto.
Correct.
But there isn't anyone on record prior to Jimmie who did his yodel quite like he did. Something may be found, but so far no one has found a yodel quite like him on record. So wherever he found it, he probably found it as an itinerant musician just traveling. And there's even a story that, the Marx Brothers, when they toured all through the South and the Midwest when they were kids, and their mother used to tour with them and trying to take care of Harpo and Groucho and Chico, but she used to have a song in their traveling show where she'd yodel. So who knows? Maybe Jimmie Rodgers went to see the Marx Brothers and saw their mother yodeling.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, that's that. But
big deal.
Where his yodel came from is still a mystery. It's sort of like a Swiss yodel, but the way that he bends it in his songs is really unlike anything I've ever
I'm pretty
heard.
sure in today's time he'd have got that cough commercial that.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Did he have the
he'd have got that.
Yeah, he might have. You never know. He might have. Yeah. He did
Somebody's
endorse some things. He tried everything to make a buck. Can't blame him.
No, he was an entrepreneur. That's for sure.
He was.
If you've ever had to work on the railroad, and especially in those days, you'll find a way.
Oh yeah.
Where you don't want to have to go back and do that all
He and his wife had a cafe in Meridian.
That was hard
Something
work.
to take over your daily income.
Correct. We'll be right back. Those LS tractors are rolling in to Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 in Cicalina. Keith and the gang will have a LS tractor that fits your needs, from a professional end of it, or maybe it's just deer plots that you need a tractor for. Starting at a 26 horsepower, 40 horsepower, or even larger. Don't forget to ask about that 0% financing as well. Parts, a new tractor, or a tall tale. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. Call them at 626-8759. That's Freeman Tractor. Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. The Scotty Ray Report studio is sponsored by Environment Masters, providing hassle-free heating and cooling, plumbing and electrical services since 1957, and now serving Meridian homeowners.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
I need to know.
It's us, this is again.
Okay, we're getting breaking news from Clark County. The high sheriff is sending the message this morning. Anthony Chancellor sends us a vehicle that was reported stolen from County Road 250 early yesterday afternoon. And Clark County's deputies have recovered the stolen vehicle this morning on County Road 260. So they only went over 10 streets. I mean, come on, if you're going to steal something, come on.
Just go out of town with it. They're not saying they're real smart.
3 occupants have been taken into custody and being questioned by investigators as we speak. If you have any other information dealing with this, you saw something, let us know. You can get in touch with the Sheriff's Department there in Clark County. Anthony would love to speak to you, or Shane Harper, the investigator there.
Good job, guys. That's awesome. And Lena, you were talking about somebody wrote up here telling a little story about the jailhouse song and all that. And if somebody out there has a story,
yes,
you'd like to talk to them.
Yes, we really want to chronicle as much of the history of Jimmie Rodgers as we can. If you know a story, that your grandma told you, or if your grandma is still alive and she can come tell the story, that's considered, true oral history. But we want to know still what the lore is. If you know a story behind a song, please come tell me. A music festival Paul Birch said it to me. It's not a record-keeping enterprise. Like, we don't know who some of the winners were of the talent competition, the historic talent competition. I need that for every year. If you will email me, call me, look up JimmieRodgers.com, our contact information. The phone number at this point, it still goes to my cell phone. I want to talk to you. I want to know about any of the musical history of Meridian. It's our job to make sure that that's available for future generations and historians like Paul, who, when Paul was writing the book, Mississippi Digital Library has things that we've put in there. So there's pictures that historians can access, and just music lovers. We need to keep this history alive.
Well, I mean, he is the father of country music, but he's almost the father of all music.
He's kind of the father of the modern music business, which isn't quite around anymore. But it lasted a long time,
Yeah.
I mean, the idea of making records and traveling to support them and bringing people into a record store to make a personal appearance. I mean, Jimmie wasn't the first to do that, but he was the first to really make his living that way in a regular way.
Well, you take like Garth, there's others that done what he done before him, but he came in with a different twist and millions.
That's right.
And that's kind of the effect that he had back in the day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
From what I understand from listening to Paul, from listening to Scott Beretta, the Ken Burns documentary, it was the first time people fell in love with music that was not patriotic or gospel. It was songs about everyday life, and they were fun.
That's right. And he, as I said, he made a real impact on people and kind of opened the doors for an entertainer to be anything they wanted to be, as long as they believed in what they were doing.
Well, and come down, the good, the bad, and the ugly, it all made him who he is and what he is. So come talk to Elena about that. And you got, right now you're doing a fundraiser.
We are doing a fundraiser. This really cool guy I know promised that once we get to $10,000, he's going to eat a dog treat.
I wonder.
Oh, that's right. I wonder
what that be. Yes, so
you get to pick the treat, right?
Yeah. I get to pick the treat I want.
You got to be careful about those. Hard on your digestive system.
Exactly. Yeah. So y'all got to raise the $10,000.
I know. Yeah. So if you go on our website, it's the fundraiser is under support, and you'll see Odie's face.
That's right.
A little thought bubble up to a dog treat. So help Odie get his treats.
Save room. Don't eat a big lunch.
Save room. Help Odie support Jimmie Rodgers, and you too. Hey, $1, $10, $1,000. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But $10,000 donors would meet that criteria, and then some. So, hey, all you guys out there with a pocketbook, throw them together.
There you go.
Yes.
Tonight, the time to show is
6 p.m. at the Max.
Can't miss it. It's a big building right there by a bridge.
That's right.
Got a little round top on it there, and
It's really cool.
nice.
It's cute.
It's
nice
great.
people.
More coming up on the way, and we're going to tell you about the award ceremony that happened yesterday at the
deal.
Frank Cochran Center.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah, we'll tell you about that next.
Welcome to Parker's Wholesale, located on I-59 South at exit 80. Easy to find. Huge building. They're loaded up with toys, all your seasonal items. It's clean, it's neat, it's easy to shop. They got gloves, they got bolts of material for the people that want to redo stuff. They got plumbing, electrical, hunting items, fishing items, everything for all your needs. Go by and see them, Parker's Wholesale.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray. As we said, one of the first times, this is the second event that I've gone to the new building at Frank Cochran's, and it burnt down and they've replaced it. But they had the award ceremony for the police last night. There's the chief there standing there as we go across. They're getting ready for everything to begin.
You know, now, behind them back there.
Oh, look at there.
That's not a tarp with a picture on it. That's what you call a full-size TV back there.
Yes, sir, it is. That's a big one, too.
That's a TV.
The mayor there. Some scenes from the audience.
Look at old Michael Ted.
But it really was. And we've got pictures of everybody that was in. The Highway Patrol was there as well.
H1 inside. You look at that.
Sheriff's Department, as we see here. Of course, our top-ranking officers with the MPD there. And then we get into here's some of our guys at 1 and ladies. So it was a good time there. Officer of the Year, and she said as she accepted, she wanted to thank me for showing her good side out on the scene. I am
Didn't
not.
know she had a bad side.
Well, I'm not kidding you. I'll post pictures of her at Rex and this, that, and the other, and I get a flood of, what's her number? Is she single? Is she dating anybody? I am not kidding you. She is like a hit in Meridian. And here's all of our presentation of our winners there that won. Congratulations to each and every one of them.
Did Talib not get an award?
He did, but Talib was not feeling good. Moody went up. He accepted the award for both.
Okay.
And but it was a great time. That began at 5 p.m. yesterday out at the Frank Cochran Center, and we were glad to be a part of that and bring that to you.
I was thinking 5:30. I got off at 5, and then I was fixing to head over there, and then it popped up. You were live with something, and I said, "Well, what's going on?" So I clicked it, and I was like, "Wow, I'm late."
It happens.
Oops.
The latest that we've got out of Jackson, UMC.
University Medical Center.
Correct.
University of Mississippi Medical Center. I'll get it out in a minute.
UMMC. Anyway, of course, we all know by now they had a hack last week. Most things will be closed through this Friday as they're starting to come out of this, and I think they have figured out there was somebody wanting money from this. As cyber attacks is what happened while this people breached them, and if you don't give us X amount of money, which we have not been told how much, but that's a problem. You remember that happened to Clark County years ago, the sheriff's department there.
Yes, it did.
Todd can
good for a
attest to
backup.
that.
Yeah.
But there's just, the best way we know to put this is there's bad people in the world, and they look for any way that they can not to work to get free money, and that's the way it goes.
They rely on the vulnerability of.
Boy, I'm glad you used that word. It's one of my tongue-twisting words I sometimes cannot get out there.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that are going on. A big day, we're going to be having a car show in Linwood this weekend, right across in the Neshoba County line. Linwood will be having their car show. We'll have more details on that. There's something else going on Saturday. What am I forgetting? It's on
Black History at the Temple.
At the Temple
Theater,
yes,
that's
at the
right.
Temple Theater.
So come on down for that event. Yep. There's another event, too, that's going to hit me in just a second that I haven't remembered. More people losing their jobs from the Epstein rump row. Harvard University getting tore up by this.
Yeah.
And what is, have you seen some of the pictures that have come out?
There's been a couple of them that have surfaced, and it's going to be more.
Who was, and the family, I didn't read this story.
Bill Gates is in a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah, he is finally admitted to. I might have done something twice.
Yeah, it's just because there's two pictures.
And he was
When the
staring at
third
the
one
ground.
comes out, he goes, well, maybe it was 3 times.
But who was the little guy, the real smart guy that was in the wheelchair that couldn't move?
Stephen Hawkins.
Have you seen that picture?
Yes.
He's between 2 bikini girls. And somebody had to pick him up out of the chair. And they say there's an explanation for it, but I haven't read that. Maybe there is.
My favorite Stephen Hawking quote
What
is
was it?
"Women are an absolute mystery to me." You knew everything else.
Oh, the Meridian Downtown History Walk.
Yes, sir, that was it.
Saturday.
That's right.
From noon to 4, downtown. Meet at Dumont and get your little piece of paper and take that self-guided tour to the history
That's
of
such a cool
downtown.
event. I love Miss Annie's storytelling.
Well, it was right in front of us, you know.
Tomorrow we'll put this on.
Yeah.
But the sheriff will be there. We will have lots of people downtown taking part of this, and it is a big deal. We hope you'll make come.
We hear that he's going to have his pet caterpillar with him, too.
You're going to end up getting a speeding ticket. You just keep on.
Look, with this temperature changing, because last night you should have had your heat off and possibly your air conditioner on.
You're going to need it today.
And, you're going to need it today. And to make sure that continues to work along with all your electrical, your plumbing, it's not as simple as just got to go downhill. There's a lot more to it. And Environment Masters is who you need to call to take care of all your problems inside your home, your business, whatever it is. They'll be at your door within 24 and help take care of whatever ails your everyday living. But have them come out, check your unit on a regular basis to change those filters, and they'll make you get through a happy day.
All right, we'll be right back with birthdays next.
Welcome to Parker's Wholesale, located on I-59 South at Exit 80. Easy to find. Huge building. They're loaded up with toys, all your seasonal items. It's clean, it's neat, it's easy to shop. They got gloves, they got bolts of material for the people that want to redo stuff. They got plumbing, electrical, hunting items, fishing items, everything for all your needs. Go by and see them, Parker's Wholesale.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun & Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
And welcome back. To my knowledge, he's still missing as we go here. If you happen to see him wandering around out there for a carrot, y'all give him one. They'd like to have him back in the pasture there. This is going to be near Walter Sisson Road. Chad Lovern would like to have that horse back.
Yes. Beautiful
Happy
horse.
trails. That's what was going through my head.
Happy trails
to you. Yeah. Ain't that like some Roy? I like me some Roy Rogers. Again, we want to remind you tonight, don't forget to come out. Meridian Rising. Paul will be there signing books starting at 6 p.m.
Yep, 6 p.m.
Can they buy a book there?
Yes.
Okay, so books will be available for purchase there.
Yep.
And then be able to walk through and get you to sign that. That is awesome from Meridian.
All right, Odie, what do we got in the birthday world?
Short list. I get to use this paper at least one more day. So we've got Deanna Branning. We've got a birthday today. Chris did his job, made sure we knew exactly today was your birthday. Clifford Holloway, got him a birthday. Lita Hudler. Charlie and Melissa Dennison celebrated 31 years of wedded bliss.
She's put up with Charlie?
Him, and I think a sentence for her. Don't know. That was yesterday, and we didn't quite get that in there because Charlie
we missed
forgot to tell us.
You just threw Charlie on the bus.
Don't tell Melissa.
You ought to be ashamed, though.
And Haley Jarman's got a birthday today. So happy birthday, happy anniversary to everybody out there.
All right, I'm going to be heading over to West Lauderdale. They've got Career Day. We're going over to West Lauderdale High School here in just a moment and talk to the kids. That's up and coming. As we get ready to depart, it's Odie's job every day to track down a Bible verse for us to lead us into the day. And well, Odie, what did you come up with?
All right, this thing is taking us to Psalms 37, verse 4. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. You know, that's one thing he always tells us is that he will bless us and reward us until our cup runneth over. He's not going to give us just what we need. As long as we obey him, live for him, and tell others about him, he will bless us until our cup runneth over more than we deserve, and all we have to do is honor him every single day. Y'all have a wonderful morning. We'll see y'all tomorrow bright and early. Until then, if you see us out and about, say hey, because we'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to say hey back.